The last year and a half at Shoals has been an extraordinary time.
So when I think back to last year, 2020, okay, so the world shuts down in March. We have a baby in May, and then we move in August. It was insane.
When COVID hit, I'll never forget it. I took a picture of the seats. It's just a vast, empty room.
I went in and right before service and met with our worship team and our tech team. And I told them, you know, in a sense, every single week, we have an audience of one. But today, literally, we have an audience of one.
I guess I'm just naive about it. I was seriously thinking we'll be closed for 2 weeks and then be back.
Well, I think everyone, even outside the church, began to realize that this wasn't just going to blow over. This was something that was here for the foreseeable future.
Everything we do is pretty much about gathering people, and we couldn't gather people.
How do we film? How do we edit? What does all this mean? What software programs we use?
So it was do ministry in the way we do it, but you can't do it the way you normally do it. So we had to think creatively, and by God's grace, I think we were able to be pretty effective even in the midst of such a unique season.
I think when God gives you opportunities to adjust and maneuver around things that you're not used to, you rely on Him more.
We said in that very first week that no matter what types of challenges arise out of this COVID season, we know that Jesus is going to be faithful to build His church. And that's exactly what He's done.
This year we had the opportunity to completely redo our brand. We had the opportunity to have a new website. We were able to do tech upgrades at each one of our campuses to better communicate through our live stream process.
Every single week, over 2,000 people worship with us online still.
We had people actually join our church during the pandemic.
We've done a lot for our police and our sheriff's deputies who went through their own unique challenge.
One of the ladies that ran our hot meals on every Wednesday declared to me this year her husband was retiring because of COVID, moving back to Tennessee. I said, what am I going to do? That day, on Wednesday, we had 2 ladies drive by because she saw us feeding. They were looking for a church that was serving the community, that was engaged in the community. Well, guess what? They're now leading our food hot meal ministry after being at our campus for 3 months.
COVID hit me in a way that I never imagined, to the point that today I can tell you that God spared my life. I got COVID. From COVID, they have to do a surgery on me. From that, I have to get a colostomy. From that, I get pneumonia. From that, I ended up almost a month on the hospital. I can tell you throughout this whole process, one thing that I have learned is that you don't need to know exactly every plan that God has for you. The only thing that we need to do is be obedient and trust Him.
I used to say, every staff meeting, I'm just happy to be here. Just happy to be here because on so many levels, I can't believe that I'm here. And I'm crying, man. Very few people will get an opportunity to be a part of something, building something, in some ways from the ground up. God has been gracious and faithful through the whole process to really give us a glimpse of, I think, the best is yet to come.
I'm getting chills just thinking about what God is bringing together for such a time as this. It's like the Lord is sending us people. It's like when I drive around, the harvest is plentiful.
Nothing's going to stop God's work. Nothing's going to stop the kingdom moving forward. He's working.
As long as we are faithful to the Lord, to His mission, and to His calling, He's going to use us to reach others and to build His church no matter what.